This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately. What's going on, Freakazoids? How's it going, everybody? Yeah, I thought we'd look up go over the David Zandstra, the individual we talked about yesterday, who was arrested for the murder of Gretchen Harrington back in 1975. And so there's an article out there. Nikki Zibs sent it to me, and it talks about another missing girl, still missing to this day, where it was right near where David George Zandstra was working. After he moved from Pennsylvania, he moved all the way to California, about as far away as you can get from there. So, how's everybody doing? So you can see up there, we got the goal at the top of the screen there. If you guys would like to help support the channel to reach the goal that you see at the top of the screen, I try to do it every single night. That way, there's an income for the channel, and also, you guys know what we do with the rest of it. At the end of the month, just chime back in over here and you'll see. Hey, thanks, Scouting Dude. Got a new car, huh? Nice. Oh, did I really cover it in March? I don't remember covering that one. I don't have it in my... Really? Let's see. That's weird. I don't remember doing that one. Let me see. Hold on. Elizabeth Campbell. That's a different one. Amanda Nicole Campbell. God, I got so many Campbells in here. It's crazy. Wow, that's so weird. Huh. Well, I guess we'll go over it again. Oh, well, what'd you get? Why don't you say what you got? That's so weird. I guess I did talk about that case back in... yeah, let's just do it again. I think I found better articles on it. How far does this go back? Here, let me just look really quick, see if I missed anything. Alright, I'll look for it. Oh, by the way, Shabusiness was found guilty already. I mean, what the hell, guys? So, do you guys still want to watch the tomorrow? I mean, we got the whole trial to do, day 3, and then at the end, they give the case to the jury, and they're supposed to hang out over the weekend, and they come back and go, oh, you're guilty, like within like 5 minutes. I mean, so I have all of it. I have the guilty, and I mean, I just can't believe it. 3 days of trial. I mean, what a ridiculous I mean, the defense didn't even put up anybody. That's it. I mean, I don't even understand what the hell they were doing. Is this just sort of like, don't you bring up psychological witnesses and so forth? Man, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to finish it since I've already done it. But if nobody's watching it, that's kind of boring, you know. I don't know. I guess there's a part 2, which is probably, maybe that's the penalty phase, where that's where the psychological part comes in, I guess. Okay. Oh, I see. So she's already guilty of the murder. Now it's, but the second phase is not guilty on reason of insanity? That's so weird. What a weird, I mean, don't you just do that all at once? I don't really understand that part. Why is there a phase? So it's just the second part, the penalty phase? What is the second part here? Okay, so it goes right into penalty phase. That's so stupid. Jesus. God. I mean, usually, why didn't they have a portion where it was not guilty on reason of insanity? Because now it's like she's guilty of murder. Now there's a penalty phase. So what does it say? Well, now you're not guilty because we found you insane, so the thing that we said before doesn't count now. Okay, so I guess there's more stuff then. Yeah, I've never seen it split. I've seen penalty phase before, but that's like, you know, you're guilty of first-degree murder, and now there's a penalty phase to see if you reach the threshold of the death penalty, or is it life in prison? I mean, this is sort of a strange situation here. That's just stupid. God, what a stupid... I mean, Michigan's like, wow, that's ridiculous. All right, so let's just get going on this. Gosh, Gray, just because it isn't the way you like it doesn't mean it's stupid. No, it is stupid. Just think about how dumb that is. You should put it all in the trial, and then they can go, yeah, well, we found that... Hey, what, do you get a whole new jury, too? Right. No, never have. Anyways, let's do this right here. But the jury... Hold on a second. It's like a smart judge. I don't know, it's kind of weird to me, the judge. He's a strange person. Make weird faces. I mean, I think if he was the one that was being charged, everybody would go, oh yeah, God, you can see it. That guy judge is really bizarre, man. Those faces he makes, and just like, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of that guy. Can't stand him. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the trial gets through, but he's just sort of, I mean, he's sort of creepy, you know? That's my opinion. Right. Smart cadaver judge. What does that even mean, Danielle? Has been found alive and safe. Yep. I don't know if... Did we ever cover that one? You sent me an email. I don't remember talking about that one. Also, there was another case I was going to do, and that one was solved. Or not solved, but they showed up. A missing person case. Yeah, maybe. It's just really strange behavior by him. I don't know, man. I don't like the way he looks at images and stuff. He's got to maintain sort of a neutral face when he's up there. You know, he's like cringing almost, like, ooh, that's gross, ooh. You know, well, you're a judge, dude. You know, put a bag over your face if you can't deal with it. You don't want the jury seeing you, the faces that you're making. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Peter. Some stuff like that. Like he just... Arresting BS. So Cindy, is this another night you're going to tell me to be patient? Better than the judge in the... Okay, we'll see, Cindy. We'll see. I never saw... What did Scout and Dude say he got for a car? It just kind of went right by me. I didn't see it. Oh, I always get impatient. Oh, a Subaru Forester. Those are awesome. Scouting, dude, you'll love it. We're being patient for, it seems like whenever we do these shows lately, we're like an hour in, and the goal that I have set up in the upper left-hand corner isn't even close. And then I get sort of nervous, and then the rest of the show is sort of, you know, it's like, God, man, Jesus, you know, what's going on? And then, you know, so I wish we could do it early in the show, then the whole show would just be, you know, fine. Let's see. Hey, Mama She 13. She's the one that told me, she goes, oh yeah, the business, they already came back with a verdict, and I was just kind of like in shock a little bit, you know, especially when I saw that there was a whole trial today. I mean, when did they have even time to... I mean, it's just bizarre. Bizarro world. Hey, Mag. Alright. I don't like to talk or chat when I'm in pain meds. Been lurking. Hello. Yeah, so I'm going to just go do a little bit of the one we did yesterday, Gretchen Harrington, because I found an article that was before the first one that I found. So this is when, this is August 18th, 1975, so it'd be kind of a good way to, hey, thanks, A blank slate. So it says, family waits praise for missing girl 8. Oh, by the way, I called up, you know, quietly frozen out there somewhere, you know, in the world, and that's not a real name, but, you know, she's doing good. They have all the kids for the summer, you know, so it makes it so it's hard to, you know, it's not a really young little grandchildren. So there isn't any time to do anything else. So maybe we'll see her back here. I think she did the same thing last year, if I remember right. Well, I was getting kind of like worried because she always emails or shows up you know, every couple of weeks at least, right? And then all of a sudden, haven't seen her for like a month and maybe 2 actually. So this is the one we were doing yesterday, Gretchen Harrington. I just want to look at this now and then move into the possibility of another person. It's so weird though, because I don't remember covering that. That happens a lot. Yeah, I don't even have it in my folder for covering it. Let me try that again. Oh yeah, there's one there. Okay, yeah, I did do it. That's so strange. I don't remember it at this point. God, how weird. So I just found another folder with a whole bunch of articles in it from December 30th. I think I have different ones now, though. So we can take a look at that again, but now it's better to bring it up again because now it might make more sense. It's strange. Let me go get these pins here. Yeah, right there, right? So if I click on that. Yeah, I only had one pin associated with it at the time. So it should be right here. Now there's two because I just put another one there. I'm just going to delete the old one. Now, that's not even that long ago. I think that was right during... I don't know if that's when What did I have that? No, it's more later in the month. That's what it seems like sometimes, Miss Smith. But that was... I covered that at the beginning of the month, right when I first got COVID, and then I didn't get over it till like a month later because it came back. But yeah, that's so weird. It's like a blank. Total blank. So this is Gretchen Harrington again. This is an article I didn't have yesterday. So it said, did you see this little girl? She was last seen walking along Lawrence Road in a southwesterly direction near this intersection at 9:20 a.m. What do you mean near this intersection? You didn't say. Last Friday on August 15, 1975, she's described as white female, 8 years, 3 foot 6 inches tall, 50 to 60 pounds, light brown hair, worn in braids. She was wearing a blue and white sleeveless top, dark blue shorts, and blue sneakers. Okay. And it says the Reverend Harold Harrington, that's her father, fought to hold back the tears. His red eyes betrayed a calm voice as he searched for words. Our strength is that we are Christians and we will have faith. He said, and that's what he said. And he says, faith that his daughter, 8-year-old Gretchen, will return home safely. The tall, graying minister mentioned in the living room where his family sat quietly yesterday. Now we wait, he said, wait and pray. Gretchen is 3 feet 6 inches tall, weighing 50 to 60 pounds. She was wearing a blue and white striped top and blue shorts and sneakers when she left her home on Lawrence Road in Marple Township at 9:20 a.m. Friday to attend a vacation Bible class. It's a 10-minute walk from the house next to the Reformed Presbyterian Church. See, it was crazy because I went on Ancestry and I was able to find all of the... Hold on a second. Yeah, here we go. 27. So this is where Harold Harrington lived. Right there. And then Zandstra, the guy that was arrested yesterday for a murder, almost 60 years later, he lived right there. Or that's the church he worked at right there. So, I mean, look at that probably is about a 10-minute walk there. Then there's a couple other churches here, and here where her dad worked, but apparently her dad lived next to a church, and that's where maybe that's what that is right there. Well, there you go. Okay, that's exactly what they said in the papers. Look at this right here. So that's probably the house that the pastor of this church would live in, right? Yeah, that makes total sense. So that's the house, and then this is the church where people show up to. Okay, and that's where Harold Harrington lived, the father. And then Zandstra worked at this church right here. I don't know if, I think that's it right there. That's what that looks like. Okay. So she was just walking this direction, and then apparently the pastor, David Zandstra, abducted her. So we're reading this article knowing that that's what happened. Somewhere in that 10-minute walk, the girl disappeared. That is all police know. Lawrence Road is a busy 4-lane suburban street. As it reaches, the church station wagons and families roll by on shopping trips. Just beyond the supermarket and the homes in dense woodland, underbrush grows 2 feet deep in most places. Abandoned car seats and rusted box springs line Langford Road, which winds through the creeks and trees. Marple Township Police helped the firefighters, and more than 100 volunteers combed the area Saturday. Police Superintendent Daniel S. Hennessy suspended the search when it uncovered nothing of any value. The only things we could hope for would be for someone who saw the girl to come forward, he said. The investigation is heading in no specific direction. Cars filled the driveway yesterday of Reverend Harrington, looked towards the top of the hill. Friends had been with them since the beginning, he said. We have a good congregation. I preached to them today, he said, about faith. Yeah, so anyways, she disappeared, and it turns out it was Reverend... No, hold on, got my full name. It is David George Zandstra. Hey, thanks, Gwendolyn B. Hello, the Velvet Army. I think I saw Mag up there earlier.
What a sweet
How's it going?
girl. Glad she's gotten justice.
Alright. So that, they just made the arrest, okay? Then in an article, a case that obviously, it's funny, the name sort of looked familiar, but I just didn't think it didn't ring a bell because I didn't really read through every detail of it. I just found the old articles. Alright, so we just read that one. And then let's go back in time now. And I think I found better articles this time, I guess. So, fears mount over missing 4-year-old. What started out as a teasing game between a brother, a sister, and a playmate has mushroomed into tragedy for the family of 4-year-old Amanda Campbell, who has been missing since late Friday afternoon. This is 1991, December 27th. I know it was just a game. They weren't really serious, said Amanda's mother, Mary Ann Campbell. It's just something little boys do. Hey, thank you so much, RMB1213. Yeah, I mean, I could be sitting here doing a whole show on ship business and try to get everybody, but we're just doing that during the daytime, and we're looking. I want to look into this. Maybe we can do some stuff later and try to find some other cases that he might be involved with. I really doubt there's just 2 of them in 60 years, and maybe this one isn't, but they're saying it could be. We'll go over why here in a minute. I know it was just a game. They weren't really serious, said Amanda's mother, Mary Ann Campbell. It's just something little boys do. The otherwise innocent game sent Amanda off on her own to disappear within the hour.
Great show as always.
Well, thank you. Amanda, let's see. To disappear within an hour. Police, county authorities, and the FBI have mounted a massive search for the child described by her tearful mother as just a pretty little blonde girl. Amanda and her brother, Matthew, 5, had left their home shortly after 4 p.m. Friday, both on their bicycles en route to another boy's home just 8 houses away. They went to Kyle's to play, said Mary Ann Campbell. It was one of the places that Amanda knew she could go, but Matthew and Kyle, as is often the wont of boys of that age, or wont of boys, didn't want a girl around that afternoon. Oh, yeah, I bet that haunts that brother forever. They teased her, told her they wanted to play alone. They didn't want any girls, said Campbell. So Amanda left and headed for yet another friend's home, just 4 doors away. It's happened before, Campbell said. Usually Amanda would come home crying and upset, but this time she apparently decided to go to Beth Ann's. Amanda never got there. When she didn't return home with her brother at 5:30 p.m., family members went looking for her and found nothing except her pink and purple bicycle abandoned a few doors away from her friend's house outside a gate leading to an open field. It's not as if she could have gotten lost, said Campbell. She had her bicycle for a year. So she never got there. When she didn't return home with her brother at 5:30, family members went looking for her and found nothing except her pink and purple bicycle abandoned a few doors away from her friend's just outside a gate leading to an open field. It's not as if she could have gotten lost, said Campbell. She's had her bicycle for years. She knows the area. She knows where she can and can't go, and she always minds. Amanda, although described by her mother as an outgoing friend, friendly child. Wow, they cut it off right at the word. I mean, that's so crazy to do that. They cut the word off on friend on the other article, and then I'm supposed to start the next page. Lee. Normally you try to keep the words together on the same page, or put a dash or something. But yeah, friendly child had been taught not to speak to strangers. She never wandered away from where she was supposed to be. She always came home on time, said Campbell. But this time she didn't. I'm scared. I'm really scared. Fairfield police and Solano County authorities searched the area until 1 a.m. Saturday, then resumed the search later Saturday morning. We've combed the area, said Fairfield Police Sergeant Chuck Tim. We've been through the fields and the gullies and the neighborhood, door to door, and we've got nothing. Just nothing. The man described as 4 feet tall, 60 pounds, with blonde hair and blue eyes. She was last seen wearing a pink jacket and a dark purple shirt, purple pants, and white tennis shoes. Alright, we got this one. Police search for a missing girl. Police and volunteers went door to door, combed fields and gullies, and passed out thousands of flyers in hopes of finding a 4-year-old girl who disappeared last week. Amanda Nicole Campbell apparently was on her way to a friend's house when she vanished Friday. Her bicycle was found in front of a gate leading an empty lot. Leading to is probably what they meant to put. To an empty lot around the corner from the Campbell's home. Here, let's see, where is that? We've got it. I think I must have, yeah, 196 De La Cruz Court. Yeah, so who knows where this is over here. That's the address. Let's see. So the mom lived here at that time, but she also has lived, the mom, in a couple different areas. So she lived right here, or not there, that's the church, and then her mom lived right there and right here. So these 3 pins right here are places she's lived. Sorry, I hardly remember this at all. It's bizarre. We've gotten lots of phone calls, but nothing that's proven to be fruitful, said Police Sergeant Tony Ford. The youngster's family has distributed leaflets with her picture throughout the Solano County and asked businesses to post more. Looking. That's all we've been doing, said her mother, Mary Ann Campbell, Amanda's mother. It's been only 2 days, but it feels like a year. Amanda, often called Nikki by her family and friends, is described as 3 feet 6 inches. Chubby, blonde, and blue-eyed. She was last seen wearing pink jacket, purple shirts, and pants with white tennis shoes. Okay. So you got that, and then in these other articles that I was finding, they're more local. So they seem like they had more stuff in them. Yeah, like this one. Just a second. I'm gonna post this on Twitter. Forgot. Man, I wish I could just mix in drama somehow. I could have like 1,000 people watching. Like combination sort of thing. No, I don't want it. The bear, I've got everything. With the help of 4-wheel drive vehicles, dozens of friends, and thousands of bright yellow flyers, a Fairfield family and police continued a desperate search yesterday for a year-old girl missing since Friday. Amanda Nicole Campbell, often called Nikki by her family and friends, was apparently riding her pink and purple bicycle to a friend's house when she disappeared sometime between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Friday. Later that evening, her grandmother, Cheryl Campbell, found the bike in front of a gate leading to an empty lot just around the corner from Amanda's home. Fairfield Police, Solano County law enforcement officers, and the FBI have joined. This is really similar. I wonder if this is just a longer version of the last one. Yeah, so it's almost identical. You got that. Then the next day in the paper on the 31st. So there's the mother and a picture of her daughter there. Let's see. Police said they were following as many as 60 leads in their search for Amanda Nicole Campbell, who disappeared Friday. Police and FBI agents said the investigation was being treated as a missing person, but they have not ruled out the possibility of a kidnapping. Obviously, you explore every avenue and angle, but you can't discount a kidnapping, Sergeant Chuck Tim said. Campbell was apparently headed to a friend's home Friday when she vanished. Her bicycle was found near a gate leading to an empty lot around the corner from Campbell's home. Several FBI agents were working with Fairfield officials Monday, but Special Agent Supervisor Debbie Pierce said no witnesses have come forward and there are a few solid leads. It's just one of those ones. We have very few leads, Pierce said. Who's to say if she was grabbed or walked away? Over the weekend, police and volunteers went door to door through the neighborhood, combed fields and gullies, and distributed thousands of flyers with the girl's picture throughout the Solano County. A lot of neighbors are helping us out. We're having people from clear across town we don't even know, said the girl's father, Jim Campbell. Yeah, boy. Thanks, Cindy. I'm surprised at how the community is pulling together for us. I'd like to thank them all if we can. The Campbells only recently began allowing Amanda and her brother, Matthew 5, to ride their bicycles together. It's a pretty young age. Around the block, after playing with their brother and his friend Amanda apparently left to go visit another playmate. She's very friendly, outspoken, talks to anybody, anywhere, anytime, said Dale Campbell. She's just a cheerful little girl. The Kevin Collins and Amber Swartz Garcia Foundation also joined the search effort, distributing flyers. Then 1992, 2 weeks later, police seek link in case of missing girl. Police investigating the disappearance of a 9-year-old girl are looking into similar cases in San Diego, Northern California, and Nevada to determine whether they are related, officials said Tuesday. Investigators sent a national teletype Monday seeking law enforcement information on unsolved missing children cases that could be linked to that of Sandra Astorga. Thanks, Stu Hickey. And Eugenie. The girl's parents, who thought she was at school all day, became worried when she hadn't returned home by 5 p.m. Well, thank you too, Allie79.
Cindy J. Wave. Ocean Wave.
Well, I'm glad some people jumped off the what does that say? There we go. There's Ashy Snow on the Cindy J. Or jumped on is what I meant to say. Yeah, for once, Cindy. Wow, that's amazing. And they didn't even follow your lead either. With the amount. That's pretty amazing. Thank you, guys. And there's the Velvet Army. How's it going, Velvet Army? I think you answered up above, but yeah, other than the slot machines, right? No, I wasn't talking about that, Cindy. I was saying they didn't follow the... Never mind. Let's see. Alley 79. That's going good? Alright. Fight crime and super chats. Oh, there you go. Fight crime, send super chat. That's fun. Alright. So then it says that none of the relatives there had seen or heard from Sandra, said Guerrero. Hey, thanks, Simple Life Days. Wow, people are jumping on the Cindy J train. Yeah. Chewbacca?
Chewbacca?
I'll be Chewbacca if you want me to. Okay. So these are the ones that they're comparing them to here in a second. We might look into those
Chewbacca?
too, though. Yeah.
I'll be Chewbacca if you want me to.
Especially...
Cindy J. Ocean Wave. Ocean Wave.
Hold on, let me look.
Ocean Wave.
Yeah, so where's San Diego? Isn't it way down here? I thought it was southern. Yeah. See, this will be sort of interesting here. Okay? Because now we're looking at this article here. This is crazy. So who knows? We're going to have to take a look at this. So in October 1989, 8-year-old Charles Chia and his 6-year-old sister Jennifer vanished as they walked home after getting off the school bus in Reno. Wow, does anybody want to check that one out? Charles Chia and Jennifer, and see if they ever saw it. Well, I can just do it right now. Whatever. Let's see. Charles and Jennifer Chia. I bet they're on. Oh, they're murders. So they're right here. That's this one right here. I called from Toyne. I talked. It's been 30 years since her children, Charlie 8 and Jennifer 6, were kidnapped on October 18th, 1989. Their skeletal remains were later discovered partially hidden in a turnout near Blairton, California. Hey, thanks, Circa Then. I always like that name, and I say that every time. On almost, that's just like Quietly Frozen. That's one of the best. On almost every anniversary of the children's abduction, police reach out to the media in the hope of attracting witnesses to come forward. Huh, I'm gonna have to put this one out there. We gotta just keep building a folder on this guy here. So let me just throw that in here. It's just the same thing. Charlie and Jennifer only had 100 yards to walk from school bus stop to their home near Talbot Lane in Ridgefield Parkway. So where is this at? There, let's just under him. So this, and was that in, where is this located? Well, God. This is in Reno, Nevada. Why are they thinking? Well, I guess Reno's right there, right? Okay. Yeah, let's just put pins everywhere here. So they disappeared right here. And this is the Charles and Jennifer Chia. 1989. Because if they're almost trying to link these ones, then you sort of wonder. That one. So we got that in the system there, right? So it says their skeletal remains were found 9 months later in a shallow graves off a highway about 50 miles north of the city. The cause of their deaths could not be determined. Last July, 9-year-old Rashida Wilson of San Diego disappeared while playing across the street from her family downtown motel apartment. She hasn't been found. Okay, that's in San Diego, so I guess we'll have to. Yeah, I mean, there's nowhere to pin it because there's no. 4 months later, a 9-year-old San Diego girl, whose name was unavailable, disappeared while riding her bike after school. I mean, look how similar. Her body was found in a canyon 2 weeks later, wrapped in a blanket. The cause of death has not been released. So 2 San Diego girls right there. And so it says 4 months later, last July, so it would have been 1991 July, and then November. So let's just put all of them in there. Even though I don't know exactly where in San Diego, but believe it or not, this guy Zandstra has lived. Look at the dates on here, 83 to 93, 1993-ish, around in here. This is where he lived in San Diego. I didn't even notice that was in this article. Right there. So let's just put a random pin where, like, for Rashida Wilson. I mean, this one could be solved by now. I don't know. But this one would be July 1991, 07. Okay, then there's also 4 months later, an unnamed person. So 1991, November. So 1991, he was living up in that other town, but he also has, these ones have overlapping dates. He lived up in, I think it's called Fairfield. 1991, 11. Unknown name. 9 years old. Okay, and so was the other one. All right. And it says on December 27th, 4-year-old Amanda Nicole Campbell vanished while on her way to a friend's house a block from her home in Fairfield, a bedroom community 40 miles northeast of San Francisco. She's not been found. What is that? This one? Just want to make sure. Yeah, that was that one. Okay. Now we're going 1992 December in a different newspaper outlet. I kind of want to read this thing here. Might give some clues or something. What do you let's see. He'll tip Gray. Scouting dudes, or K-Me's having a cold one up there. And there's my tip. Thank you. All right, it says, wait, I was able to find page 1. There it is. This looked like an interesting article. Let's see. Fairfield Police. This is where... See, this is what's interesting, because this is the town that this other girl named Amanda Nicole Campbell has gone missing. She's 4, and she still has never been found. Fairfield Police, who searched the house of child kidnapping suspect Timothy Binder, based their investigation on the theory that Binder kidnapped a 4-year-old Fairfield girl 1 year ago, but he was never arrested or anything, to fulfill his fantasy of bringing her together with another young girl kidnapped years earlier and later found dead, confidential court documents said. The documents also theorize that he may have found 4-year-old Amanda Nikki Campbell by happenstance. They suggest that Binder was trying to find the house of another young girl when he spotted Amanda and became aroused because of his special liking for small children in particular. Little girls. Binder, a 44-year-old sewage plant worker, is the prime suspect in Amanda's kidnapping. She disappeared December 27, 1991, and has never been found. Let's see. 3 weeks ago, after submitting a 39-page affidavit, Fairfield Police obtained a warrant to conduct a widely publicized search of Binder's home in Oakland, looking for material that would link Binder to the disappearance of Amanda and possibly the disappearance of 2 other little girls and the slaying of a 4th. The affidavit was sealed. I wonder if those are those 3 we just talked about. The affidavit was sealed by a court, but a copy was made available last night to the Chronicle. Binder was consistently denied that he had anything to do with the disappearance or slaying of anyone, and he has not been arrested. He says he's being targeted by police because he spends so much time and energy trying to find missing children. For the past year, much of his time has been taken up by his cat and mouse relationship with Fairfield police. Reached last night at his home, Binder said he was not in Fairfield on the day Amanda disappeared. He also said the police are fixated on him because they have no other suspects. Hey, thank you very much, Tammy Morell. Happy hump day. Threw my back out at school today, hauling curriculum boxes, hanging out on a heated pad. You know what you need to get is one of those inversion tables. I got one of those, and it seems like it makes it so it prevents you from having one of those back things. I had one of those before. I was turning on a light switch and just went, ugh! And I couldn't breathe. Fell straight to the ground. I wasn't even sure what the hell was going on. And, it's just like, it was just my back, And then I bought one of those, and you hang on it, and you hear these pops. You hear these big pops, in your back. It's like... No, it wasn't from the 80s. It's from, like, now, Yeah, you put your feet in it and you flip it over. They have them at Costco. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, you just kind of I do the full 180 degrees. You can just do it sideways, too. But if you just let yourself hang vertically and you breathe out and relax, it goes... Whoa, what's going on? Bama forever! Hey, how are you feeling, by the way? Going to bed? Miss you all, she said. Well, thank you. That was a really kind show up. Just randomly. Like crap, yeah. I mean, you mind if I say what you're going through? I mean, it's a pretty common thing. Well, she's having a baby. I'm just kidding, everybody. It probably feels worse. No, it was just the, what do you call it? The kidney stones. She's doing kidney stones. That's why we haven't seen her. Yeah, kidney stones aren't... I've never had them, but I could imagine just not feeling good at all, So... Yeah, I've never had kidney stones. I'm sure it's just really painful, and you're forcing... sometimes you need to get surgery to get rid of them. And then there's sometimes that it just kind of works its way through your kidney. It's kind of strange that you have pain inside of your kidney. Why did God have us feel pain inside of our kidney? How about just outside where we need to feel pain? As a matter of fact, isn't that something you sort of wonder about in general? Like, why do we have pain sensors whatsoever inside our bodies? I mean, shouldn't it just be where you need to be able to feel pain to keep you from doing something? Pretty strange. Oh, come on, Kami. Yes, everybody, get some wheat germ and tahini. That'll clear your kidney stones right up. They tell you that. As a matter of fact, that wheat germ and tahini, golden seal too, they pretty much cure anything that ails you. You lose an arm, you drink some golden seal, and boy, it grows right back. It's the most unbelievable product you've ever seen. Yeah. I remember. I got to do the story again. Yeah. So when I was young, I scraped my leg on a little stone wall, just playing basketball. No big deal. So then I go down to my sister's house, my sister my stepsister lived with us, then she moved with her mom, and they lived over by the coast, which was basically a commune. Just a ridiculous place. They would walk around nude and shit, you know. And then I got invited down there. I didn't know they walked around nude like that. Then I go there and I go fishing in this little creek, and I was like, oh wow, look at that. And I go in the water, you know. And then about 2 days later, my leg was infected. I could see little stuff kind of going around this little scrape, and then it got bigger. My leg started getting bigger, and then this line started going up my leg, this red line. And this mother, that, you know, my stepsister's mother was a nurse, but she's like, oh, here, put some of this golden seal on there. And I go, how about you get me a boiling hot rag so I can place it on it, okay? And so I tried using this rag on there, and then by the time the next day we were riding back home on the Greyhound bus, and it was just so painful. And then I got home, and it was really bad. So the next day we went over to the emergency room, or it's actually it's a doctor's office, and they had us go in, and I peeled the scab off, or they peeled the scab off. The nurse did, Dr. Vilhauer. Took the scab off of the leg, and it went this clear red liquid came out, and she just looked at my mom and said, take him right now to the emergency room, I'm calling ahead. Boom. And just like all of a sudden, my mom actually carried me, even though I was like 13 years old. It put me in the car, drove me over to the hospital, and I ended up being in the hospital for a week with this staph infection. They had to they put me on antibiotics, and then it turned out there was like this hole in my leg, like a bullet wound almost. After a while, I just had to keep putting peroxide until it healed from the inside out. Really bad. But boy, that tahini, that really cleared it right up, everybody. That golden seal. Isn't that amazing stuff? You know, you just stick it right there inside the wound, and voila, you're cured. Not really. Yeah, it was that red line going up your groin, you know. Oh, this was back in, I don't know, 1978, 79, something like that. No, actually more like 81, probably. So I was a little older, I think. Yeah, maybe not. I think it was about like 78. So 3 stones at 3 centimeters. 3 centimeters? Well, those are too big to pass, aren't they? Okay, so you're getting a surgery. Next week they will be taking them out. Okay, good. Why don't they take them out today? You know, you always wonder about that. Why do they make you wait so long for everything? Nah, holistic medicine doesn't work worth shit, okay? Let's just be honest. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You can do whatever you want. Here's what I would rather have, you guys. An antibiotic instead of tahini. Like if you've got an infection, right, and your entire leg is swollen up, would you rather have antibiotics or golden seal? Just put a 1 for golden seal, and yeah, forget it. Okay, it just doesn't work. That's why I think, you know, those parents that are religiously motivated who won't give their kids antibiotics when they're sick and the kid dies, I think they should be put up on murder charges. Okay? The child didn't get to decide. They should get to have the antibiotic because it works. Guess what, everybody? God created a human being to think through it and make the antibiotic, right? Yes, antibiotics don't grow on trees, but yeah. Yeah. I'm just not really into the sort of, I mean, I'm sure there's some parts of holistic medicine that works, you know. But when it's something serious, don't bother with that shit, okay? If it really worked, and then you go, well, the big pharma, it's a racket, it's got a whole... Okay, screw that. Anyways, I'm going to get back onto the story that we're doing here, if you don't mind. Well, there you go, David. I'm sure I'm the same way. That's the story I just told. That's one you could have died from, but I could have easily... No, you didn't interrupt the show. I'm just saying, I'm the one that wanted to tell your story. I'm saying my story went on too long. Yeah, Jesus. Oh, boy. Anonymous fan. Is that what's wrong? Did you ever think that taking the Golden Seal capsules is what's causing the problem? Let's see. Anyways, hope you feel better, and I'm not sure how they do the surgery, but man, I think when you wake up, you'll feel like $1 million, right? Yeah. Well, it didn't work for me, Anonymous fan. No, that other one. All right, well, keep me updated on what's going on. All right, anyways. Here we go. The affidavit was filed in Salona County Superior Court. I don't even know what the hell we're talking about now. Let's see. Reached last night at his home. Bender said that he was not in Fairfield on the day Amanda disappeared. Okay. Now, Sagan's... I don't think this guy has anything to do with any of it. According to Sagan's theory, Binder then... Okay, so this is a theory this person has here. I mean, it's interesting that they would put a theory like this. Like, I had a theory in the Idaho 4 case. You know, the theory was that the boyfriend of Kaylee Gonzalez could have something to do with it because they were saying it was personal in nature. And it's a theory, you know. It wasn't like... See, here's the thing. When people say there's a big difference between theorizing and accusing somebody. You guys know that, right? It's totally different when you say, well, here's a scenario. What if on this certain night there was this going on and this going on, and this is what happened, and here's why this is a possibility. That's it. Okay? People should be able to do that. Yeah, it's a big difference, Run the World. Okay? You sound ludicrous. Yeah, you didn't... Right, I didn't. That's just the theory there. So when you have a theory, accusing's when you say, oh, this guy did it. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at right there. He did it. Oh my God, everybody. That's what accusing somebody is. Huge difference. I guess you didn't realize that. Yeah. And so the thing is, that's what people do. Now, I don't often even do that type of thing, except with, you know, these cold cases when it's really obvious, you know, or, you know, something to look at. But there's a huge difference there. And you know that, right? Run the World. But there's a big difference there. Can make me crazy at its worst. Yeah, and the thing is, law enforcement and Kaylee's family are the ones that put it out there. You know, they said, I don't know why they're looking at him, referring to law enforcement. Oh, they think it's personal in nature. Yeah, go ahead and hit that like button, everybody. Right, Run the World? Looks like Run the World took off after their asshole comment. Yeah, well, I just explained it to you that there is a difference when you theorize compared to accusing somebody. And there's a fine line there, right? I didn't do that at all. I said, here's a theory. You know, maybe this is what happened here. And I said, it could be completely wrong, but who knows, right? Now, when you have somebody else that's pointing at various people, literally like, oh, look at them, look at that, oh, wow, look how they're looking at that person, oh my God. It's different there. It's a totally different scenario. And people know that, but they don't want to admit it. Okay? Now, I don't know what you're referring to. Maybe you just... I think Run the World meant something else. If only there were Ring cameras on Idaho 4 property. Huh? Right, but we're not talking about that case. I don't know if you noticed that. Except, you know, I was talking about my theory, but I wasn't bringing up the case again to be talking about it. I know. It isn't like that over here. I mean, I don't understand. See, the thing is people just want to see things that the way they want to see it, so they can say certain things, you know, about other people. It's just really, I don't even want to get into it. I don't know what that means. No difference to almost all true crime creators on YouTube. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, there's a difference, though. What I was saying was there is a difference, and you said no, there isn't. But then you said there isn't a difference to almost all true crime. It is a difference because I intentionally worded it the way I worded it. And as soon as they said, well, we've cleared that person, then boom, you know, then you're not going to have the video anymore. You know, it's not, you don't, it was always, I think I had it out in the public for a day or so, and then I made it just members only, and then now it's not even there because it was wrong. It wasn't even a good theory. Well, thanks, Mag. That's a nice thing to say. Cali Gal 3 has been a member for 11 months. Awesome. Right, that's what I'm saying. He wasn't cleared. They said the crime was personal in nature. Then they went out of their way to tell us about these phone calls that were made, and the family put out when the calls were made. Let me ask you this. Why did the Gonzalez's family put out the information on what time the phone calls were made? I'm just switching subjects now, really quick. Why did they put that out there? It was absolutely irrelevant to anything. If they didn't think that her boyfriend had anything to do with it, why did they make sure everybody knew precisely when those calls were made? Hey, thank you so much, Cali Gal 3. I didn't understand what's the point of doing that, unless you were sort of implying, hey, these are significant. You know, she called this many times, and then Madison called, and then Kaylee called one more time. Can anybody explain that? You got a new hot? Oh, are you already moved? Cali Gal 3? She's like a jet setter. She's in her new hot tub. Hell, we probably won't hear from her much anymore. I know, but why'd they put that out there why are you putting out information if you know it's a phone call between the boyfriend and her, unless they were sort of suspicious or something? I really don't understand that. It's meaningless. Unless you're sort of maybe saying that they were nervous about something, and then they made phone calls. But it sure made it seem more suspicious that way. It could have been that they were doing it to be like, hey, you know, they were on their phone. Maybe something was bothering them. They were trying to get a hold of him to have him come over. But the length of time would suggest otherwise. Because it was over I don't know what it was, like 15 or 20 minutes if I remember right. But yeah, he never picked up, and he never picked up because his friend told him to play hard to get. You know, you always answer whenever she calls. Okay, and so then he didn't. And I bet you that's haunting him. And I mean, it actually probably saved his life, to be honest with you. Although, you know, you would think with, if it was Ethan and him, maybe two people could have done something. So. Mm-hmm. All right, so let me get. I want to get through this because it's actually pretty interesting, you guys. So we've already gone over the part where, you know, he kills Gretchen all those years ago, and he's just been arrested for killing her. Now we're going over this case right here. I don't even need to read this one, I don't think. No, I do. I want to read it. I want to read it. I want to see what this guy's theory is right here. So it says, the affidavit was filed in Salona County Superior Court by Fairfield Police Detective Harold Sagan, a determined sleuth who has made a apparently made Binder his special study subject. Oh, that guy. Binder's the guy's name. Jesus. Sagan speculated in his affidavit that after Binder spotted Amanda on... So this is total speculation. He spotted Amanda on the day she was reported missing. I wonder why the newspaper was allowed to print this. This is so weird because it was just a theory that wasn't even... Spotted Amanda on the day she was reported missing. The suspect enticed her into the vehicle by unknown means and took her through the drive-through line at McDonald's restaurant. Why do you think that? Thank you. Maybe when they found her... Well, no, she's missing. Did you see all the Megan... no, I didn't see that. I don't even know who that is or anything. I didn't even follow that case. But I'd like, maybe send me a link on, maybe kind of cool to see that. Yeah. How did he know he went through McDonald's? Anybody can think of that?
Decided not to ruin any more lives. Okay, I'll stay on topic now.
According to Sagan's theory, Binder then took Amanda to Oakmont Cemetery in Lafayette to visit the grave of Angela Bouguet, the 5-year-old Antioch girl. Man, how can this such a wild imagination here? Who was kidnapped November 19th, 1983 and found dead 1 week later. Is her case solved? Angela Bouguet. Murder. Oh, yeah, they got this guy. A man convicted of murdering his ex-girlfriend's 5-year-old daughter almost 2 decades ago was formally sentenced. Larry Christopher Graham. Well, guess what? It wasn't this guy. Yeah, wasn't that guy right there. It is believed Sagan wrote that Binder's purpose for taking Amanda Campbell to Oakmont Cemetery was to fulfill his fantasy of bringing Amanda Campbell and Angela Bouguet, for whom he has stated fascination. But Sagan also admitted in the affidavit that he had no idea that Binder may have done at the cemetery or where he may have taken Amanda after leaving the cemetery. In fact, the Fairfield police case against Binder, a self-described eccentric who likes to jog in cemeteries, was unusual because detectives have freely conceded during the past 3 weeks, they do not have enough evidence to successfully prosecute him. Much of the material contained in the sealed affidavit, it turns out, was informally disclosed to reporters by Fairfield detectives in early December when they were searching Binder's 53rd Street house. For example, police said then that their bloodhounds, named Felony and Friday in the affidavit, had detected Amanda's scent in Binder's car. But the affidavit also disclosed for the first time that police were desperate to get into Binder's house before any possible clues evaporated. Yeah, that guy has nothing to do with it. All right, so here we go, everybody. So here's today's news. A former pastor who used to live in Fairfield was recently arrested for sexually assaulting and killing Philadelphia girl in 1975. Fairfield police are determining whether he had anything to do with the disappearance of Amanda Nicole Campbell. Yeah, so if you go up in California right here, this is where Zandstra lived in 1991. He moved from Pennsylvania. He worked at this church right here, Fairfield Christian Reformed Church. And this is where Amanda lived at the time she disappeared. And then interestingly, the mom in 1997 lived right there, which is even closer to where the church is. And the mom lived here, here, and here, and then Zandstra lived right in at this house right here. You find that interesting that he moves all the way from Pennsylvania, and then right after he gets there, by God, another little girl goes missing. Hey, thank you, Jennifer Epic. Yeah. What are you talking about, Paulette? Who's impersonating you? Well, does it have? Is it? Yeah, there's definitely impersonation accounts of mine out there. But here's the thing, everybody. Mine has a check mark next to it. I'm a verified account. So if it doesn't have that, you know it's fake and just report it as impersonation. Yeah. Now let's see. Hold on. Let me show you what this looks like. Here, watch. Right. So if you go to Grant Hughes Investigates right here and you say filter by channel. So look at right here. There's one right there, right? So this is me with the check mark. See that? And then here's another one that says Grant Hughes Investigates with my face on it. Then here's another one, Backtracker Gray, Grant Hughes Theories, Grant Hughes Investigates with these little fake bullshit things on there. And then that's not even a real one there. And then, or maybe it is. And then, let's see. Then right here, what did she put my name in her? How did her show up with my name? And then here's Wabash True Crime. This one isn't real. That's a fake one. All these are fake accounts, all made for just troll accounts with my name in it. But there used to be, I've had 300 of these so far. So it's not unusual. They even made one of Misty in there. It's really pretty disgusting stuff, you know. Yeah. Yeah, so let's take a look at those other cases, though, right? Because I didn't even know that. So Zandstra moved down here later. So he lived right there. The time frame is 83 to 93. So I don't know what that means. Did he buy another house down here or had some connection to it? And then he also lived here in 1993, right in this area. So what if we, right now, take a look at these two? Because, you know, they went missing in 91. Now that these date ranges are close, maybe he visits down here, and maybe that's what the 83 to 93 right there is. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the same thing. It's all piling on. There's even a YouTuber who's, you know, the ex-mod is a moderator for a YouTube channel. The ex-moderator here that created a whole social media account just to attack me on a daily basis is a moderator on another channel. Remember the channel that copied me right in the middle of my stream? So I'm pretty sure that person backs what she does. And so that's pretty disgusting when you have like an actual YouTuber with a support has a moderator attacking another creator, your competitor. Don't you think that's a little weird, you guys? A little strange. Yeah. And it's the guy that I emailed and said, hey, listen, you, right in the middle of my stream, you copied what I did and then made a video about it. But you happen to be wrong because later in the stream I fixed what I did. Yeah. So I wonder if the person she's a moderator for what he would think about that. If that was sort of known. Weird. Yeah, and I know he does stuff too. I think he's right amongst them. He's part of what they're doing. He doesn't think anybody knows that. Yeah. I need to go use the restroom there in a second. No, it's the idiot. I'm not even gonna say his. Why would I say his name? No, it's a guy that right in the middle when we were doing Kylie Rodney, I figured out where the location was where the car went in the water. No, Run the World. That's not him. I don't compete with that guy, and I don't really compete with this other guy. He's just a like a true crime YouTuber, if you call him that. Yeah, maybe Mag, but this person, they do pretty good. They have like 60,000 subscribers, and but guess what? This person running the hit piece social media site is a moderator on that channel. I'd be really bummed out. Like I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I haven't done anything to deserve any of the shit that those people do. Okay, now maybe I'm not always nice every second of every day, that kind of thing, but we do good stuff over here. I mean, that's all I can say. Yeah, as soon as you name them, people go, ooh, let me go look, ooh, let me subscribe to see if they say, forget it, man. I'm not helping somebody out. Right. Yeah, see, now you're going to go looking around, Allie. See, that's what I'm saying. Every time I even slightly mention it, people go check it out, and then it's not good. Well, thanks, Mag. There's only one you, too bad for all the rest. Well, there you go. You guys are so nice. It's amazing. Wait, there we go, there we go. Prime Dissector, the Protector. I'm certified evil lie detector. I get ya, I'll shut ya. You do rambling like an old projector. That's right. I love that.
There's only one you. Too bad for all the rest.
Okay. Oh yes. Let me tell you where the before we get onto these, I'm going to try to figure out these two cases here, and let's see what's going on with them. Rashida Wilson and the unknown. I don't know if that'll be easy to find or not, but I wonder why. Yeah, that doesn't sound like. How would you even look that up? Yeah. Were these murdered victims or just missing people? Oh yeah, so then the well, here's the thing. If you go over and you find the site and you say anything positive, you get removed. They make it sound like it's an open discussion forum. But if you say anything positive, like, man, this is rubbish, Gray does this, you're gone. So it's purely a hit piece place where nobody's allowed to contradict anything that they say. It's been tried. I know that for a fact. Hey, thanks, Tammy Morell. Emailed you, Megan. Okay, no big deal. Yeah, I'll check it out after the show's over. No, it is totally childish. It's an ex-moderator who started modding for a different channel, even than the one she's at, and I said that, well, listen, if you can either be a moderator there or my channel, okay? Because it's not we weren't friends. Like I don't care like chasing truth if somebody's a moderator there or over here, because her and I, well, we'll be getting back to the show at some point in the future. But
No big deal.
we have a show together. We're
This
friends,
joke
you
is
know.
Such
It's
a
like,
huge thing for this girl.
yeah. Well, that's cool. And so, I don't know. It's just gets really frustrating. And I told her, yeah, so you can be a moderator here or a moderator over there. You choose. And she chose to be over there with that preacher guy that's a moderator. And so I said, okay, well, you're no longer one here. Oh, Gray, that's not cool, man. You have these other... and instead of just accepting that she chose to do it, she's spent the last 2.5 years showing up everywhere I show up, trashing me in every forum possible, and now is just keeps going and going and going. And I wish there was a way to... well, there is a way, but it's just, do you do that way or not? Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, but that's how people are, I know, that's what's so stupid about it. She's not even a moderator on that guy anymore. Yeah, it's just wild. And she just tries to go around to all the... Yeah, that Gray guy. I bet you how much you want to bet that her in on the channel that she is now is... After I went after the guy for taking what I did in my show, and then he removed it because he knew what he did, that the next day she went, oh yeah, that Gray guy, I heard him talking about it. Oh yeah, and then that was her in. Pretty sick. Yeah, I know that he is connected to what she's doing. Yeah. He just doesn't want his name as part of it. But I guarantee it. Yeah. So anyways, Yeah, you guys mind if I go use the restroom really quick? And thank you guys for your support in there. I didn't really want to get sidetracked on that again, but somehow it just sort of got brought up. Yeah, the legal action is going to be the next. I have my attorney friend said, yeah, just let me know when you're ready. Okay, so, and I would win. Okay, everything, 99% of the stuff that's on there is false, defamatory, and slanderous. It's just like the Johnny Depp case. It's exactly the same shit. Like the stuff that's been written in these words, when people come across it, it makes me, it looks bad, and it's not true. It's fake stuff, you know? And so, and it's all provably false. That's the best part about it. I love it. Oh, and the ex-moderator made it so that she has to approve all the posts. So all the negative posts that are false, again, are her responsibility now as well, because she's choosing to put them there. Isn't that great? Thanks for listening again to complete nonsensical, just stuff that I really don't give a shit about. Unfortunately, you have to at some point, you know? It's not fun. No, I've had 300 fake accounts just like that one, Bobby. 300. I mean, I have to get them all removed. Every one of them gets removed too. They, you know, not the ones with the backward face and the. But then everybody knows that's not me anyways. But what the person does is they use it to go make comments places, and then people hate on me because they think I was the one that made the comment. I do make comments out there, but... Well, thanks, Russian Love. Alright, so what was this one right here? Rashid. I bet you this one might not be easy to... If she's African American, it probably has a low chance of being in the newspaper, even though she's missing. Let's see. Rashida Wilson. $1991. Do you guys remember if they were found? This is when they went missing and they'd never been found? I can't remember now. No, God, I remember the article. It was There's bullet points on it. Remember that. Nope, not there. There it is. Rationalize while playing across the 4 months later, a 9-year-old San Diego girl whose name was unavailable disappeared while riding her bike after school. Her body was found in a canyon. I wonder if we could type something that might, maybe that'll work. If, like body, no, that's not even right. Jeez, what am I doing? Which one? Body found in canyon. November 1991, California. This is why we do the newspapers.com game sometime. Oh, that's the other one. The search for a 9-year-old San Diego girl missing since July has expanded into Mexico. Police sent photographs of Rashida Wilson to newspapers and television stations in Tijuana and solicited information from anyone who might have seen the 4th grader, said Bill Robinson, a police department spokesman. She was last seen July 15th, a block from her home in a hotel on F Street. Okay, well, let's see. Where is that? F Street, San Diego. So there's a hotel right around over here. No, that's the other one. Hold on. Okay. What's this one? A man reportedly exposed himself to a 7-year-old girl. That was also in November 1991 in the 1400 block of Caminita. Wouldn't that be weird if he's one of these? Exposed himself to a 7-year-old girl at 2:30 p.m. November 10th in the 1400 block of Caminito. Where's that? That's way up there. Alright. Go back to the results. Isn't that weird? Maybe actually that first one on there was one of the ones. Let me go back to July. Actually, I can just put her name in, since she did show up. There you go. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they put anything in there at all. Well, good job back then, San Diego, to at least get something in there. Police are searching for a 9-year-old girl who's been missing from downtown San Diego since 2:30 p.m. Monday. Rashida Robinson Wilson was last seen playing on a fire escape at, so we get the exact address here, 830 12th Avenue in San Diego. Oh, that didn't work. Oops. She was last seen there. San Diego police spokesman Bill Robinson said the manager of the building had asked her to get off the escape, saying it was unsafe. Robinson said she obeyed, left the area. Okay, so that's not, and has not been seen since, he said. So far, there are no signs of foul play. The child's aunt, Maria Wilson, said her niece had also been seen playing with a friend across the street from where she lives in the 1100 block of F Street. Well, we can do that. What was she doing way over here? It's not really that close. No, I guess it is. It's right there. I thought that I had the pin way over there, though. Okay. That looks like, I bet you that looks like a hotel right there, doesn't it? Oh, that's a... I bet it was. That looks just like one. Yeah, I'm going to do that other case tomorrow, Zozo. Huh? I don't even know what that is. You don't. What was the crime in Cardiff? I don't know. Okay. So it was F Street. Rashida reportedly left her friend about 2:30 p.m., Wilson said. She did not know if that was before or after I don't know if it's just Rashida, was seen on the fire escape. Rashida had stayed late at a friend's house to play after school, but she has never run away, Wilson said. She's never been gone with friends for more than 3 or 4 hours. Her mother, Victoria Wilson, became worried after Rashida did not come home Monday afternoon and called police after 6:30 p.m. Rashida, who was black, is 5'2", weighs about 100 pounds. She was last seen wearing blue jeans, white shirt with pink and green trim on the shoulders, and has black hair and brown eyes. Anyone with information is asked to call the police. Yeah, so that was you know, that's an interesting person just because they're down in the same area that Zandstra. I spelled that wrong. Zandstra. There you go. So he lived down here too, and there's missing people, and then he was up here, and they're wondering if he's related to the case of Amanda Nicole Campbell, which is one I've actually done before, but didn't remember it. It was only 3 months ago too. But now it means more because Zandstra lived there. He just, you know, he came into town and was working at this church over here, the Fairfield Christian Reformed Church, and then she lived right there and went missing. She's 4 years old, and the mom has lived here, here, and here, and there's the church, and then Zandstra lived right over there. What do you mean, what's this? Jesus. We're looking at David George Zandstra's, you know, does he have any possible connections? There's an article out there, they're wondering, because he worked here in 1991, if he is connected to Amanda Nicole Campbell, who was 4 years old, who went missing in the same town at the same time that he got there. The state took it way too far. I don't even know what you're referring to. Let's see. The 83-year-old man who killed an 8-year-old 40 to 50 years ago lived in San Diego. Right, we're talking about Zandstra, David Zandstra. Well, thanks, Diana, for your... I mean, just saying, what is this? It's almost like, what the hell is this? About what case, Tina? Right. What case, Tina? Right about that case. Who the hell would even know what that meant? How much of the proceeds go to charity? Oh, on here? I give over 50% of the net revenue. So let's say you bring in $1,000. I pay 28% in taxes, and then after that there's $720, and then I give probably $370 or so. How much do you give to a charity out of your income? I think it comes out to like 33% of the gross income ish goes to charity on this channel. The gross income. But it's over 50% of the net revenue. How much do you give, the spiritual genie? I'm just curious. How much do you give? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah, you give them a can. Well, I know, but you don't need to ask the question. I've said it 1,000 times on here. You just sound like a troll. Yeah. It's not a valid question. If I gave 0, it would be good. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't claim to be a charity intake company. I am a true crime YouTube channel that's monetized, and I use a large portion of the income that I get to give to charities, give back, you know. I don't have to give anything, but I do. So your question, do you ever ask that on other channels? Just curious. Right. Why are you so defensive? Look at this passive aggressive. Yeah, get the hell out of here. Yeah, I knew you're probably one of the people that got gifted a membership. Right, but why do you feel called to ask? Do you ever go to any other true crime channel and ask that question? Spiritual genie? Do you ever? Honest to God, do you ever go to another channel and ask that question? Yeah, how many times do you crap a day? That's a good question. The spiritual. Look, I'm compelled to ask, how many deuces do you give a day the spiritual genie? I know it's none of my business, but I'm just curious how many times you evacuate yourself on the toilet. Okay, thank you very much. You can't tell this guy's a troll right here. Look at this. Oh my God, get the hell out of here. God. Jesus. That was like Troll Central. See, that's what we're always worried about when you give out a membership to free memberships, and these idiots like that we just were referring to up here, they get a free membership, and then they're just sort of these closet trolls hanging around in the background. Why are you so? Isn't that just classic passive aggressive, right there? Why are you so defensive? Oh my God. Oh my God, what a joke. Yeah. And like I said before, out of the YouTube revenue, the ad revenue, this will be the 9,877th time I've said this. Out of the YouTube revenue, which includes ad revenue, which nobody gave to me at all. That's just people viewing the videos. Okay, ad revenue, the super chats, all the super chats, the super thanks, everything, and channel memberships and ad revenue. There's an income that comes in. Then, after I take 28% of the taxes out, because I have to send in quarterly taxes, I actually do that. I'm not like the other asswipe YouTubers who don't send in anything. Okay, I literally send in my 28% to taxes, all right? So then what's ever left over after that, I give over half of that to the true crime related charities and a DNA fund that has 12 cases that we're funding currently to identify Jane and John Does. Completely funded, all from the income from this channel. And that's because of the generosity of the freaks out there. So I don't know how many times, I bet you all of you could repeat exactly what I just said, because you've heard it literally 10,000 times. Jesus. Right, yeah, I mean, I think it's great to be able to give away memberships, but unfortunately, the trolls use it, and they're just sick people, Oh, no, we're just really clever, Gray. We're on to you, man. We're on to you. These people are so ridiculous. I literally do everything by the book, even. I mean, like, I pay my taxes. I pay a lot of taxes. It's crazy. But here's the thing. We've given away $158,000 because of the generosity of all of you people over all the years. All the freaks have been sending in super chats, people watching videos, whatever, and that's all made a difference. That's a massive amount of money. Now, if people want that to go away, because let me just say this right now. The $158,000 that we've given is more than all of the other true crime community combined, I would bet you. Okay? All of them combined. Now they'll go, oh, I had a fundraiser, Gray. I had a fundraiser where I went to... Well, that's not the same thing, okay? What did you give out of your income that you made on the channel, okay? So anyways, we've given away $158,600, which is just a ridiculous amount of money in a 3-year period, and that's all because of you guys. I do the shows, you support the channel, and that's it. I mean, it's just gets really frustrating to keep saying it. So when somebody comes in here asking a question like that, of course they're asking it because they're a troll, and their responses were even more troll-like. It's they say, well, People want to know, man. People want to know. Yeah, you mean the wackos on social media. Yeah, we get it. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing too, you guys. If you're one of the people that go, oh, I'm curious, and you go over there and you buy into it, that means you're dumb, okay? And you were one of the people that got suckered by these wackos, okay? And there's people that have done that, you know. There's a lot of really dumb people out there on the planet, unfortunately. And yeah, get the fuck out of here. And I said THAWK. I know, it's crazy, Mag. I don't really know what it is, but you guys are so supportive all the time. It's been amazing. And, you know, it's been awesome. I don't know what to say. I really appreciate it. You know, and I've saved up as much money as I can over the last 3-4 years so that I could build a better place to, you know, do the show. You know, it's not like I'm over here just... I mean, how many vacations have I gone on, you guys? And the answer is 0, okay? That's true. That's right. Great plus freaks get it done. Bam, that's it. Now, if you want to be part of the hate communities, you go right ahead. You'll be getting nothing done. You'll have... I mean, that's what's so strange about it to me. Is there's this group of people that no matter what I say, no matter how I say it, there's something wrong with it. They twist it into some other meaning.
Chewbacca?
I'll be Chewbacca if you want me to.
Grey plus freaks get it done.
Mm-hmm. They don't have to be present to win. Yeah. Oh, they don't have to be? Oh, jeez. That's stupid. I think you should have to be on the show that you're doing to get a free membership. Don't you guys agree with that? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's right. I do get to go on the February golf trip. But you know what's crazy is I usually leave on Friday, and I do a show before I leave. And then I golf on Saturday, and then I come home sometimes on Saturday evening and do another show. I mean, it's like I don't even know if I missed. I don't know. I think one time I missed yeah, one night you miss a show. It's like Saturday night or something. Forgot about that trip. Yeah. You should be chatting to get a free membership. Yeah, exactly. Like that idiot that was just commenting above was obviously one of the people that got a free membership. Yeah. They just thought, look at me, everybody. Watch. Hey, people watching. Look what I'm going to say. Watch his response. Look at that. He's too... wow, he's too over... He's acting too much. Reacting too much. No, I'm reacting that way because I can already tell you're a troll by the question. Oh yeah, and then the other... Yeah, then I do that one sometimes in the... It's really... You know, so not every year, but the one at Gearhart, the beach there. Beach Fest it's called. Yeah, and I even put you guys on the screen. That's a 1 day or 2. So like in a 365-day year, I usually do shows 360. Wouldn't you guys agree with that? And that's why the channel, you know, you guys are always supporting the channel every single night. So if, you know, you're doing that many shows and you're bringing in income, that's how you can afford to give, you know, make an income yourself and then give away. Now, here's the thing, everybody. I've said this 1,000 times. Listen to this. If you want to have the way bigger bang for your buck for a charity, you just send it straight into a charity. I'm not a charity intake company or anything. I'm just a YouTube channel that you guys are supporting, but I am committed to donating a large portion of that at the end of each month. I want to do that. Now, if it ever got to a point where we're not doing well here, there's probably a point where you have to cut off and say, well, I got to keep this for myself to be able to keep doing the shows.
Doing true crime the way
you know? Yeah, it's 50% of... Now, when I say net revenue, the jackasses on social media, they say, oh, see, that's where the gimmick is, everybody. It's the net revenue. So what he does is he writes off his Comcast bill. He writes off all of the different things that he uses in his business. Then he gives that, and it's just not the way it is, right? I mean, it's not the way at all, right? It's ridiculous. I'm telling you, all it is I take 28% out because I have to pay quarterly taxes. And I figured out that's the amount. I mean, at the end of the year, it's weird. It's almost like just break even. There's no taxes owed or anything. Just maybe sometimes I owe on federal a little bit, and then I get a state return some back, But man, I should come up with all kind of hey, good idea, man. Come up with a whole bunch of different write-offs. Yeah, because this year, right now, we're already, for this calendar year, we are at, what is it? 31,850, right? That's pretty good. And it sucks, but here's the thing. The part that sucks is I wish there was no such things as taxes, and that YouTube didn't take anything, So if you want the best bang for your buck, you send your money directly to a charity and write it off, whatever the hell you want to do, okay? But if you want to help support my channel and allow me to keep doing this, and also to, knowing that I'm going to give away bulk amount of money at the end of each month, then, great, thank you. All right, but you're welcome to choose whatever you want to do. Nobody's forcing anything. I do have nights where it's frustrating, where you work hard and, the numbers aren't there, and you're just kind of, hoping that another night will be good. Yeah, I do, Mag. That's the thing, is I do that. Well, there you go, Kitty. Give it to your church. Do people really say that? Yeah, they just say all kinds of stuff. It's really, it's unreal. It doesn't matter. Here, let me, oh man, I'll just give you an example. All right. Yeah, it's always the same person over here too. I wish I could get that person's name. Yeah, see, they've already put in, the part where I said a minute ago. So, Cindy, is this another night you tell me to be patient for super chats? I didn't say the word super chats in there though. And so, then they say Gray goes after Cindy very early on the show, as it appears it's going to be... No, I didn't. I just said to her, hey, you think it's going to be another one of those nights? And she said, yep, be patient. See, that's how dumb these people are. I just got totally attacked in Gray's live. Oh, this is that moron. Live, it was epic. See, this is what I'm saying, everybody. This person admits that they're in this group right here. Listen to this. I just got totally attacked in Gray's live. It was epic. I started asking how much of the proceeds go to charity, and he had his narc flying monkey berate me in the chat. I stood my ground as I got totally attacked for asking a valid question. Gray is the scam, period. He lies about his taxes, etc. He pockets so much money from the super chats, it's kind of sick. Also, can you tell he has no empathy for anyone, literally? Narcissist. Plain and simple. That was fun. Expose the darkness. See how I called it, you guys? Did I get it right or not? I nailed it, you guys. Nailed it. Right out of the chute. Now, it just shows you how stupid these people are. Isn't that amazing? Oh yeah, it's a great show. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you where they wrote it, because then you'll go over it, and it's not going to do it. God bless you all. That was fun. Expose the darkness. That's what I'm about. Just because the crowd is going there doesn't mean I am. God bless you all. Oh God, I'm such a martyr for your cause, everybody. Oh, it was so wonderful. Oh, thanks, Julia Morales. Yeah, we should get that troll fund up, you guys. That'll make them feel great. Yeah, I pocket the money. Hey, right when you guys send me a super chat, there's this ATM machine right next to me. I press a button, and this cash comes out, and I pocket it. Yeah, guess what? I do pocket I'd make an income on her. Good money, right? I mean, it's like, but I give away really good money too, more than the actual. It's over 50% of the net revenue. Thank you very much. Yeah. What are they saying now? Oh, I don't know what they're saying now, but that's what they said. Isn't that crazy? How ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sort of turned into a show, not really what I was wanting it to be. But how disgusting is that? You have somebody come over here with a passive-aggressive, and then they say, people are curious. They want to know what you're all about, man. Why are you so offended? Because I'm offended by you. It's obvious. I mean, wouldn't you guys be? Oh yeah. It's my pillowcase. My pillow is literally crumped up $100 bills that I use to put my head on because it's just. What are you gonna do with it all? What are you gonna do with it? That was a joke, by the way. I bet it wasn't. Did you hear what Gray said? He said that he sleeps on a pillow with $100 bills crumbled up in it. Yeah, that's because you're dumb and you believed it. Yeah, I know. They got this person. Can everybody like me? This person named Junior Sentence. Hey, can everybody like me over here? I'm not a big participant, but I want everybody to like me over here. Look what I did, everybody. I got one of the fake, the memberships that he gives out. I got one of them. I faked like I was somebody that wanted one, and I went over there. Look what I did, everybody. He was so mean to me. There was nothing I did that was wrong. I was great. Look at me, everybody. Can you all like me? Yeah, there was one comment under their post, but it was only 6 minutes. I'm sure they'll be hailed as a hero. No, that the preacher is not the one I was talking about, David. I said that above. And at the beginning of the show, I said that's not the one. She left that channel and went somewhere else. Not much difference, but... Anyways, what else do you guys want? What do you want to talk about? What's going on, Sam? Wow, man. What are you referring to? I have no idea what that even means. I may be weird because I watch Grey every night, but at least I don't watch other people watch Grey every night. That's what Cindy said, everybody. So the person says, so Cindy, is this another night? Oh, I said, so Cindy, is this another night you tell me to be patient? And then you said, yes. And somehow, that's bad. Gray goes after Cindy J very early on. So he's saying I went after you when I said that. So it appears it's going to be a low night. Oh, Gray, you're so far removed from your survey about constantly talking about the... Yeah, that's true. One of the things that is true is I hate bringing up, tonight I didn't talk about too much other than, now and once at the beginning. But that's why I have the goal up there, you guys. I don't like bringing up super chats because whenever they're like, it's an experiment. Even today during the day show, I didn't say a word for like an hour and it was just really slow. So then I went on and I said, hey everybody, if you could help support the channel, that'd be great. Thank you. And then it picked up and then we got to the goal. So I don't know if it's like, is it bad to ask for super chats on YouTube? I don't think it is at all. That's what it's for. It's helping to support the channel. There's memberships and everything. And it's just what you do. If you don't do it, if you don't ask, you're not going to get anything. Most of the time, unless it's a really exciting, well, not anything, but it won't be anywhere near the same. But there's certain cases that people are all excited to send in super chats and you don't have to say anything at all. No, I don't really want to talk about shit business. Okay, we got the third day tomorrow. I think she's a psycho, and that's it. The third day is tomorrow, and the verdict's tomorrow, and everything. No, Sam, right? It's really not my attitude. It's people like you that people don't like, okay? When you come in and go, wow, man, were you not paying attention to all the stuff I just read? God, what a clown. These people are just... It's like you explain to them and they don't listen, Let's see, I can't make it during... Did you not hear, Sam, all the stuff I just read to you that's going on out there? Did you not hear that part? Probably not. You just wanted to hear what you wanted to hear. And that's okay, Sam, but don't try to pretend that you're aware of what people are saying. Okay, see you later. Dipshit. God. Whew. Wow. Let's see. Good news is you're a channel member and can watch today's show on replay. Yeah. That's the good news, isn't it? Right. Yeah, it's a members only show. You can go watch it. Yeah, but he's looking at the way I'm talking right now and saying he can't handle it. Isn't that ridiculous? I mean, what do you mean? I'm upset about what these people are doing every single day, endlessly. They can't get enough of themselves. Thanks, run the world. Treat the pups. Blue. Here, I'll give him a snack. He's over there eating. You guys are just chatting away in there. That's awesome. Thank you, Jessica Schubach, for the Troll Be Gone. And thank you, trolls, for helping the channel out so much. You guys are awesome. Yeah, well, here's the thing, everybody. I got this weird thing, so we're gonna have to spend. Well, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna have to get him a some sort of a cardiology thing going on, and then there's gonna be whatever they say. There's a possibility. I think there's a surgery you can do for dogs to open up that, like their. What's it, trachea? Like you can put a little O-ring thing in there or something. So I don't know. I think I think Blue would be worth doing that. You know. So sort of, you know, he's 11 years old, but other than that, he's like totally healthy. So I figure if he could just breathe better, that'd be pretty sweet. So. Right, Blue? Yeah. Now we have to just take him to a cardiologist first, but he keeps doing that coughing thing where he's like, Oh, look at that. Chloe comes in. What are you doing, Chloe? She probably smells that little bacon thing. I didn't realize Blue was that old. 11 or so. I had no idea. I thought he was like 8. But I think he's been around for like 2013 or 14 here. And then he was 2 when we got him. Yeah, so this is another one of the posts. See, listen to this, everybody. So there's this one person that always puts in, it says, that's other, you know, the YouTuber that did the secret tunnel, right? Says, I believe I will help make it happen. Gray is so envious. We have to being smart in how we attack him. Him watching a channel he makes fun of, pass him, buy and subscribers will be pure comedy. He, you know, and then he mentions this other person has good intentions and goes throughout the country covering true crime. I will give the guy credit; he does travel around, but there is no, you know, when you say good intentions, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, we know who it is, Kitty Cat. Couldn't you tell that I wasn't saying his name intentionally? You know that, right? You could kind of figure that out by the way I was talking. This is what they do. This is what they spend their whole day going over this kind of stuff. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, it's cool that he drives around to all the different places, but is there really a need to put out 27 videos in a 24-hour period about just every little tiny thing just to kind of suck in all the oxygen? Yeah. Or suck out all the oxygen. Yeah, how do you know when you have that one, Music City Mom 2? Like, how do you even know you have that? Did he just go in? Was he feeling normal and then went into? I mean, that sucks. So just he felt totally normal, but he took lab tests, and that's what they say. Jeez. No, he's got, they've already gone in once. He's got enlarged heart pressing on his trachea, so it makes it so he coughs. Wow, that's crazy. So don't they just take out his prostate at that point? That's crazy. All right. Well, anyways, you guys, I don't really have much more to... I just kind of got thrown off. I don't even know where I was. I was going to kind of dig into some stuff. Yeah, but hopefully that ring works. I'm not going to do it. I'll just cover the, you know, I'm not looking to, you know, it's like having a kid. I'm not going to have YouTube people support the blue, or, you know, if you need surgery or something like that. I'll just do it. Live what? So what are they saying they have to do yet next? Music City Mom. Okay. Yeah, I give him a coughing thing. Well, how do they know it's stage 4 just by doing a lab test? Don't you have to look at it? Mm-hmm. I mean, can't you just take out your prostate? That seems to work pretty good. Hmm. Huh. Man, you guys make me paranoid. You know, to go get tests all the time. Yeah. Yeah, I have cough medicine for blue. It doesn't really treat it, though. I mean, it doesn't make it better. It just, you know, every once in a while mix it. I guess, I don't know, we'll just see. Where they're going to do, like, a scan or something coming up. So. Alright. Alright, guys. I'm not sure. You guys want to talk about anything else? Like, Idaho 4, or, you know, I don't know, whatever you want to talk about. You bring up the questions, I'll answer it. I got another, I'll stay on for another, what are we at here? 35 minutes. All right, go ahead. What do we got? When was the last time you had your... Oh. Well, I mean, they usually just do the blood tests on it. It's been a while since somebody stuck their finger up there at that. Oh, he's being sentenced tomorrow? Oh. No trial or anything. I bet it's... I wonder... Let's see what the sentencing is. None. Mark. What do you think of the defense's response today regarding the stay? Of what? You mean the part about the... What do you mean the stay of what? What kind of computer do you have? I'm using a Dell. I don't use Apple products, but yeah, you got a Dell. It's Alienware. Yeah, I mean, I've had a colonoscopy recently. I don't know if they checked that down that part too or whatever, but. Why would someone allow their 4-year-old daughter to go to the neighbors on her bike and has a 4-year-old? I don't know. Could have been 2 years old when she started learning how to ride. I don't know. I don't really question that part of the stories. I question the psychos that are out there. Yeah, he was saying that there was stuff, some of the information you hadn't heard about yet. Kagan Klein. The stay of what? What are you talking about, Miss Smith? Let's see. It was a long time ago, and probably because we should live in a world where our... Well, I mean, I can just go at any time and look at the Idaho... I've got it right here. The website. It's right there, and then they just have the big cases like Koberger. You can go down to the bottom. Order vacating hearing. Yes, that must be the one from yesterday. I don't know. The hearing the court set on August 2nd, 2023 at 1 p.m. is vacated, and the matter will be addressed at the in-person hearing currently set for August 18th. So they just said, yeah, let's just not do it that day. We'll do it on the 18th. When you're already going to be here anyways. That one? Yeah. No, that's not what it's about, Mark. Ah, boy. What do you mean, never mind? I'm looking at it right here, right? Or is this not what you're talking about? I don't just sit there and live and breathe Koberger, you guys. I mean, honest to God, there's other cases in the world, believe it or not. You got these channels that do basically vigils every single day on it with panels ruminating about everything. It's just, it gets so old. You know, it's great when I would rather go over the probable cause for the 19th time than to sit around and listen to just random people on a panel talking about the Idaho 4 case with Brian Koberger. It's just, you know, what are they doing? Yeah. So when you say never mind, I don't know what you're meaning, Miss Smith. Like, what are you referring to? This is the last document that was in there on the 25th. Membership because I'm saving up every penny. Buy land. Okay. There's a guy in my neighborhood that walks his dog and looks like Brian Koberger. Well, guess what? It's not him, so... Oh yeah, what's going on with that case? Do you think Lindsay Clancy will be acquitted? I don't know who that is. It's funny how, like, it's just these cases that I don't have any clue about, you know? Like, I'm just looking at the ones that I'm interested in. Are you still there, Miss Smith? I'm trying to figure out what you're even talking about. Is this the one you mean right here? Vacating, what did you put up there? You said... today, BK's defense filed a reply to the states regarding the stay. I guess I don't know what you're referring to when you say the stay. Carly what? Oh, the 24th. Okay, well, the 24th then is right here. Oh, there it is. Right here. Right. I think we already went over this one, right? Oh, no, I guess not. Is this what you're talking about? So the state motion is concerned only with Mr. Koberger's statutory right to a speedy trial, though it never makes that plain. To be clear, there's no way to read a partial waiver of a constitutional right as a full waiver. The state, I don't know. Second, the state demands that the trial date remain where it is without a waiver of speedy trial. The state is free to take this position, but it is one with consequences. It has long been established that a state may not impose a penalty upon those who exercise a right guaranteed by the Constitution. Constitutional rights would be of little value if they could be indirectly denied or manipulated out of existence. The state brought this prosecution and did so on its own timetable. Now that timetable must abide by Mr. Koberger's constitutional rights. The state cannot cry foul when its decisions post-arrest make an October trial date unturnable. Mr. Koberger has a right to a fair trial, to a defense, and to due process. He is not required to give up his right to a speedy trial in this matter because the state refuses to provide him materials as to its genetic genealogy search and chooses the protracted litigation involved with a grand jury rather than a preliminary hearing. That's sort of interesting. It is partially ridiculous. It is particularly ridiculous that the state claims the public has some stake in forcing Mr. Kohberger to either abandon his constitutional rights to defend himself or permit this case to carry on as indefinitely as the state wishes. I think it's in Kohberger's advantage to have the trial as quickly as possible so that the state isn't able to gather and keep finding more and more information. And most of the time, people, I mean, in his case, it feels like it's an advantage to him to do it quicker because of, you got the touch DNA and things like that. But what else do they have? I mean, hopefully they have a whole bunch more. They have, I mean, when I go through the probable cause, I have no doubt that Brian Kohberger is the killer. Okay? Now, but the longer you go, they might find even more stuff. So in his case, he might want it to be quick, where other people who've killed, they need time to kind of come up with other, because they're just absolutely dead to rights. So they're like, okay, well, we need to kind of slow play this, do this, and sometimes it takes 5 years. So he's going to want it to be as quick as possible. Is this what you're talking about? That's my opinion on that. Yeah, all you have to do is just ask yourself, okay, why was Kohberger's phone south of Rexburg? Not Rexburg. Jeez, my brain is just... Man, I can't even pull stuff out anymore. Like, it was just so easy before. Oh, God. Rexburg is the Daybell case. Where is that? He supposedly has an alibi now. No, he doesn't have an alibi. Remember he refused to give the alibi? Moscow is what I was trying to... Yeah, you just look at it and you say, okay, so he's at home sleeping. And yeah, well, it wasn't his... There's a convention of white Elantras driving around at 3:30 in the morning every single night. It's amazing. So it wasn't his Elantra moving around, even though his phone was moving around at, 2:30 in the morning over here. Or, not 2:50 in the morning. His phone's just moving around, and there's this white Elantra that looks a hell of a lot like his. And then another white Elantra is moving around over here, and then it's missing a front license plate. And it's driving around doing those 3 loops that we've gone over a million times. And then his phone, I think the key ping is right here when his phone pinged at 4:48 south of Moscow just after the killings. What was his phone doing down here? On a road that only leads from Moscow. Like, well, try to explain that to me. Why is his phone pinging on a road that only leads from Moscow, Idaho? At 4:48, which is exactly the amount of time after he leaves the house there. At 4:25, he's right there. And then at 4:48, he's down here. There's a few minutes of missing time in there. 10 or 15 minutes, but there he is. There's his phone. So try to explain that to anybody with a brain. Well, it was just sort of ping. And then not only that, everybody, his phone kept pinging, going around. So it's not an accidental ping off of some random tower. It kept pinging around, going around this direction. And then miraculously, another white Elantra just happens to drive by right over here at 5:25. And then guess what? He turns his phone on again and it starts pinging, or it's on and it's pinging right here as he's going in, matching the time of the Elantra. All right, so it's just one of those things that's so simple if you just look at it. And his touch DNA was on the sheath left on the bed. And if it was underneath something, maybe he didn't see it when it fell off. He was looking for it. He was like, where the hell is that thing? And maybe that's even when he went back and, saw like Zena again. Let's say he attacks Madison and Kaylee. Then he goes downstairs and then he attacks Ethan and Xana. And then after that, he goes, oh shit, where the hell's my sheath? He looks around there really quick. Then he goes upstairs. He doesn't see it because it's underneath something. And then he goes back downstairs and he hears Xana moaning again. And then he goes in there and says, hey, I'm here to help. And he finishes her off. Then he leaves. What about a scenario like that? That doesn't sound too crazy, right? He looks for the sheath while he's there. And that makes that little difference. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Quinn's a troll, but often comments like one, for sure. What do you mean when? God, just full sentences, please. I don't think it's funny at all. I think it's stupid. It's not messing with somebody. It's just troll-like comments. That's all it is. It's not funny. There's no, do you think BK sent the phone with? I don't know what that means. What does when mean, Zozo? Mark only says hello to Zozo. I don't know if he's from Australia or what's going on there, but like it doesn't. Let's see. Why would Koberger? When does he look for the? I just explained it. What do you mean? You said when right after I told the story. Okay, so let's say he goes into the house and he kills Madison and Kaylee and loses the sheath, but he doesn't really realize it yet. He's got the knife in his hand. He goes down and he attacks. And then there's some kind of altercation with Xana and Ethan. Then he goes, oh shit, where's my sheath? Then he goes back upstairs, doesn't find it because it's underneath the quilt or whatever. And then he goes downstairs again, and that's where he hears Xana making moaning sounds and then says, hey, I'm here to help, and then kills her and then leaves. So that sort of explains that. That's amazing. You missed 30 seconds before you said when. Yeah. Didn't leave that sheath or drive his car to take the phone. Yeah, if he didn't leave the sheath, he'd be in a lot better position. So that's why the defense is really working hard to get rid of the DNA evidence. But the reality is it. Yeah, you just hope there isn't any sort of, even though they got the right DNA, that they didn't cut corners somehow, and they're just not wanting to explain it or something. That would be a problem. But even without the DNA, just look at it. Forget the DNA for a minute. Again, his phone leaves his house at like 2:47-ish. And then there's a white Elantra driving around. And then there's a murder that happens, but the white Elantra does these laps. The same suspect vehicle. And then just 20-something minutes after the murders, his phone pings right down here. And then it keeps pinging, going around in this direction. That means Koberger's vehicle was in Moscow, Idaho at around 4:25, and it's heading in this direction. See, isn't that crazy? Like he was in Moscow, Idaho right around the time of the murders. Because his phone is pinging this way, going down, and then he keeps going around. Man, you'd have to be almost brain dead if people can't see that logic right there. Hey, thanks, Papa Q. Yeah, we know that, Tammy. Yeah, we said that at the beginning of the show. But anyways, tomorrow we're still going to do day number 3, and with the verdict in there and everything. If anybody's still interested in watching it, because I want to see all the stuff that went on the 3rd day, because I guess that's where interrogation is and all that. Are you guys still going to want to watch that, or? Well, why do you have a question about that, Danny?
I agree.
It's obvious. Jesus. His car, on the video that I made, is doing loops right here, over and over again, stalking the 1122 King Road residence. He's doing loops, going around and around. Then, right after the murders, it's driving away at a high rate of speed. So there isn't a question if he did it. People are like, well, how do we know it was him, even if it was his car? Okay. Oh, God. You know what? So the killer used his car, took his phone, then brought it back over to his house so that Kohberger could then drive down later in the day, go into town, and then it almost makes me want to cry how ludicrous people are. You know, it's just Jesus. Because that's the whole industry now, is how can we make Kohberger seem like he's innocent on these different channels out there. Yeah, you can see him on the surveillance footage, so you can see the side of the car. Yeah, when it does the loops. It's the same car. Yeah, it does the same exact route. There's no other way to be going at 3. Obviously, at 3. What time is it? 3. Yeah, 30. That's right. It was like 3:31, 3:39, 3:57, and then 4:04. Or 4:06, actually, when it got back there. Yes, I think he acted alone. Maybe that's why he said, did you arrest anybody else? Because he remembers the DoorDash driver was around, and that's why he was doing the loops. Hey, listen, everybody, I'm Kohberger. I was there. I was stalking the house like I normally did. I did, okay? But I wasn't the one that killed him. It was the DoorDash driver. He came in. I was just on one of my normal stalking routines. I like to look into the windows and everything, but in this case, I was just doing that, and then the DoorDash driver, he went in there and killed him, and then I drove away. I couldn't believe it. I looked through the window, and I was seeing him killing Zayna, or I could see Madison and Kaylee being killed, so I drove away really quick. I felt really bad, and then later I went to check to see if the ambulance had been there yet. I didn't call the police for them to help because I knew that I would look back because I was here stalking, so I didn't call the police to help or anything. Yeah. Okay, there we go, everybody. There's the alibi story. The scene of the crime the next day. I don't know if he went to the scene of the crime. He just drove his car into Moscow, Idaho. I think he went there to look, to see what his handiwork was. Well, if they find him guilty, he might very well could get the death penalty, yeah. That's what they're going for. And here's the thing is, what is going on in the case? Is the prosecution stalling? Or what's going on? Why is this necessary to do this? I mean, the grand jury indicted him. So that was enough for them. No, he's looking through the windows. He drove up there, he was stalking, he was looking through the windows. at the girls. He did it all the time. But it was just the DoorDash driver who killed him. He just happened to be watching. Where is it saying that they're stalling? What are they doing that's stalling? They're not handing over information? Is that it? I think the whole part about the DNA and them not having... I wonder if when the FBI threw out their work product on it, I wonder if that's a problem, because then it's sort of like the judge might say, well, you're not even going to show how you got this? And then throw out the DNA evidence. So they're trying to figure out... I think what they need to do, like I said on a month ago, was they need to get another lab that does genealogy and make it a blind DNA genealogy, whatever you want to call it, FGG, where you send them the sequence off of Kohberger, or off of the actual touch DNA sequence, and then let some other lab who doesn't know who this is coming from. You just say, this is from Sheriff Johnson. This is an unidentified DNA here. Can you tell us who this is? And then if it comes back to Kohberger, then you've duplicated the same thing. Yep. No, he couldn't have been Danny. No. Nope. No. God, you're not one of the Bethany Funk people, are you? Seriously? Really? Come on, please, Danny. We don't do that on this channel. That's just, your whole comment up there is almost embarrassing. I gotta be honest. I know of one particular guy who would be first in line. Could he have been there picking up, dropping off, selling drugs to some right around the corner, even getting Bethany weed, legal in Washington, not defending him, but there should be more DNA. Man, that is one of the most ludicrous things I've ever heard written. So you must be watching some of the crazies. I have no clue what that means. And see, it doesn't matter if you're a channel member or not. If you type something in that ludicrous, I'm gonna say it. All right. So just be prepared. Let's see. I know of one particular. It's hard to find enough accurate rifle persons. I don't know what that means. He'll say what? That he was just there selling weed? And so basically the story I told about him stalking is pretty close. He's going to come up with some other random reason why he's there. Oh yeah, and it was Bethany. That's why they need to talk to him, because he was just there to sell some dope. So if they could just talk to Bethany Funk, if she could just come forward, she'll say that he was there to... Where does this stuff come from? I'll tell you what, though. If that turns out to be a real story that Bethany Funk admits to happening, I'll send you a what do you call it? I'll send you a hoodie, a tumbler, and a mug. Okay, I'll literally send you the whole thing. If Bethany comes forward and says that, I'm gonna do it. All right. So Danny, if Bethany comes forward and says that, you're gonna get a hoodie, a tumbler, and a mug. So you can't lose, really. And I get nothing. Well, if he just wore gloves, he's not going to leave any prints, right? The DNA was put on the sheath prior to him getting there. Does that make sense? No, he didn't clean the sheath. Yeah. He accidentally... Yeah, I mean the sheath itself, right. Yeah, we talked about that. But the button, there's a little bit of DNA on the back of a button. He missed it. No notebooks. Yeah, we don't know if he was covered with anything. It depends on how you kill somebody in the direction. Like if it's if you're behind them and you did something, you cut their throat, then it would be, you wouldn't get much blood on yourself. But I would imagine he had quite a bit of blood on him. So he had some countermeasure to remove it all, right? Didn't one of the girls fight? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. They had defensive wounds. I think Xana had defensive wounds, and sounds like Kaylee fought. Yeah, there was no machete. Huh? Oh yeah, man, they had full-on UFO hearings today. Even one of the people said that we have beings, like biological entities. I mean, it was actual congressional hearing with these people that were once in, working for, levels that would know that stuff. Pretty crazy, right? Pretty awesome. Maybe one of these days we'll get to find out. I would be how about this? There is zero chance there isn't life in the universe somewhere. And you know how there's dinosaurs on planet Earth? A long time ago. And there's still some that are still alive. Like crocodiles, and I mean those aren't really dinosaurs, but like you could say like Gila monsters and Komodo dragons, and yeah, I mean there's really no like, I guess, dinosaurs, but relatives. Birds are related to dinosaurs. In fact, their feathers are what used to be scales, right? But think about, like, the dinosaurs were here for like 100 million years, literally just living, doing whatever they do, and just by sheer chance, a meteor hit the Earth, and it put so much soot in the air that it blacked out the sky, and all the dinosaurs died except for some, right? So then after that, it sort of started over again, reset, and then humans came out of that, right? No what, Cindy? Just typing in no doesn't mean anything to anybody, I haven't been watching them, but I saw some highlights. I kind of do want to watch the hearings, though. Maybe we can do that on one of those shows during the day. So isn't that crazy? You had those dinosaurs for all those years. So what? Maybe there's planets out there that have dinosaur-like creatures on them, too. But then maybe there's other planets that had beings like us, because it's pure chance that the meteor hit the Earth, and then humans came out, the dinosaurs were gone, right? If you believe in the evolutionary elements, right? So think about how weird it would be if that meteor had hit the Earth 1 million years before. That means humans would be 1 million years ahead of where we're at now. And don't you think that at that point we'll be able to travel through the universe and everything like that? What do you guys think? Yeah. So I think there's almost zero chance that there's no... When people go, I think we're alone. Yeah, bullshit, man. I mean, we're in the Milky Way galaxy, and we're just on this little tiny wispy end of it, and it's really dense with stars in the center. And then there's billions of galaxies out there, maybe even more than that. And so we're just the only time that there was life? No, thank you. Right. Well, the Earth, it's not 6,000 years old, Cindy. If you believe that, then... Okay, so you think there are other people in... I don't know if there's other people in space, but they wouldn't be people. But I could see there being other entities out there. Have they been here? I don't know. But if you were a million years ahead in evolution, wouldn't they... Maybe they have ships where they come visit and we're like the zoo to them. You know, checking it out. Huh? Bob, you nailed it. Jim. What? Come on, Plato. Are you drinking tonight? You're still a different car. Yeah. You wonder if aliens are woke? I doubt it. I doubt it. Well, maybe, because I've heard them call each other Z and Zed and that kind of thing. But I just thought that was alien conversation. So, yeah, you might be right. Yes, the aliens from Xenu Xanu. Who's Jim? Who are you talking about, Zozo? What are the aliens' preferred pronouns? I don't know. So did BK actually go back that morning at 9 a.m.? Maybe. His car was on the way over there. But even if he didn't, it's irrelevant. It's the night before, you know, the early morning hours that matters. I don't care that he went back there. It could just be a ping that made it look like that, but it not. I don't know, because his phone pinged in two different locations. There in Pullman and then in Moscow. Me too, Paulette. I'm tired myself. All right, thank you, you guys. I appreciate you guys being here, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. We're still gonna finish on the Shabusiness trial if you guys are interested. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the normal daytime show that we do, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to the crap again. You know, not sure. I'm not even sure how it got brought. Oh yeah, the troll showed up there. So from now on, when somebody asks that question, just block them immediately. We'll just keep moving on with the show. Okay. Ashy Snow, Scouting Dude, A Blank Slate, Gwendolyn B, RMB1213, Cindy J, Eugenie, Doohickey, Alley 79, Ashy Snow, The Velvet Army, Simple Life Days, Circa Then, Scouting Dude, Tammy Morell, Bama Forever with a double cat eye, Caligal 3, 11 months, Caligal 3 with a cat eye, Tammy Morell, Jennifer Epic, and Mag with a cat eye. So right there, those right there made up about 52% of the entire night. Then Tammy Morell, Jessica Schubach, The Velvet Army, Simple Life Days, Julia Morales, Run the World, Jessica Schubach, Danielle, Tammy Morell, and Papa Q. All right. So we have in 5 days from now is our donation night, last day of the month. I don't know. The ones that have meat-eating teeths? teeth, you know? You know, like incisor teeth. That's usually animals that have incisor teeth eat meat. So humans have incisor teeth, and then some people don't eat meat, even though we're supposed to eat meat. Well, it's not really supposed to, Gray. Yeah, anyways. Thank you guys for being here tonight. We'll see you tomorrow, okay? So, I gotta get some rest. Oh, look at that. A Wrinkle in Crime gifted a membership to T-Cell Logic. Probably one of the trolls that hang out there on the... I'm just kidding. Welcome, T-Cell Logic. Huh? I don't get it. Wait, hold on. Let me check something. Hold on. Oh, and then also Linda Howe on PayPal there. Anybody else on there? I don't see it. What are you referring to there, Miss Smith? I'm confused now. What does that mean? At Shandy Hurley Shirley. Oh wait, she asked, "What is a cat eye donation?" I just figured it out. Okay, great. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for being here, and thank you all for your generosity in helping support the channel. Hopefully, you guys, the normal people here, can see past the wackos that are out there. Let's see, what do we got here? Like GL up there. Another great night. The Freaks. That was awesome. Alright, you guys. See you later. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. We'll take another look at this guy. I want to look up places that he's lived and missing children around where he's lived for a while. So there might be a whole bunch more people, don't you think, that David George Zandstra might be involved with. Okay, thank you. See you later. And be safe out there. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector. You're a normal pulp person. Yay! I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Greg is gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector. What, you think it's fake, Zozo? Oh my god, you're not one of those people, are you? Interceptor. Holy crap. And I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, yes, you can catch them. Just remember, they can run fast and they bite with their mouth. I have no agenda. I'm a pretender. And I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. We got crazy people in there, everybody. Yeah, so I'll just get right back. Maybe he was he would prey on the prey of others. Let's say a velociraptor killed an animal. He'd come up and scare them away and eat their meat, right? So are there people out there that really think dinosaurs never happened? That they're a hoax? Because I remember when I was in college, I went to this Bible study one time. And they literally said that. They go, yeah, those are hoaxes, all those bones. And that's when I got the hell out of there, like in 2 seconds. Dinosaurs did exist. They were here. They were real, everybody. Yes, they were. Yay! God, I mean, I just can't believe when people think that way. It's almost scary. They're the same people who would find Casey Anthony not guilty. Okay, everybody. See you later. And be safe out there.
Hey, what about me, Gray? I ain't gonna say a damn thing, Gray. Yay!
I know, I ended the show. How'd you start the stream back up again?
Well, I just want to say Good night, everybody. Jay.
Wow, we had to do the whole stream again just for you to say that.
We sure did.
Okay, see you later.